So there are three O2 sensors in the car. The one that is problematic is actually this one on the right hand side. I think I could change that myself. Alright guys, so I'm on my way to AutoZone to go pick up some NO2 sensor. It's the O2 sensor that's out. It's on the right hand side of the manifold. So it's something that I think should be simple enough for me to do myself. I'm always a bit nervous whenever the check engine light comes on. And the reason for that is because I still have my cats in there, and I have an older 2001 MR2. Now, a lot of people tell you that the first thing that you should do whenever you get a Spyder is to gut the cats. 13th Street Northeast. But I brought the car to more than a few shops to try to get that done, and they all kind of laughed and said they're not doing that. I think it might actually be illegal to do that. Go figure. But as we get there, quick question for you guys. I'm actually thinking about getting new seats. Now I'll drop in some B-roll of the seats that I currently have in Spyder right now. I'm not a big fan of them. They're in great condition and they're not terrible. Then turn left. They're all right. But I kind of want something different. So what have you guys ran in your MR2s? What do you think are some nice seats? Let's just say hypothetically that the budget for each seat would be $1,300 each. I know that's a little high, but I'm already kind of overspending. So if you're overspending a little, why not overspend a lot? But yeah, what do you guys run? What do you guys recommend? All right, we've made it, boys. Time to get the parts that we need. Alright, so AutoZone actually did not have the part. They said an O2 sensor would have been $99 through them. They had to order it through another store. I think that's a little pricey. I think I saw it online for like $60-something. But I kind of just wanted to get it over and get it finished with now instead of waiting for it to come in the mail. But that doesn't look like it's going to be possible. But yeah, AutoZone was a bust. But I do have some general kit updates for you. So the kit should actually get here next week. So I know in my previous video I said that Vivid has been saying for like the past month that the kit should ship next month. Next week. But what makes this situation a little bit different now is that I have a shipping and tracking number, and I actually got pictures of the kit prior to it being sent off. So I know I was kind of worried internally, like screaming internally, thinking that I was possibly getting taken for a ride by Vivid, especially after looking at those Better Business Bureau reviews. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So I know the next thing that you guys are probably saying, like, okay, you have the kit, like, what's your timeline? And honestly, it doesn't look like the build's actually going to start until March or April. I know that's a long time. I kind of want it to start January, this month. But what happened was in the DC DMV area, there aren't a lot of people that specialize in putting in wide body kits as well as installing air suspension. And when I went to go visit multiple shops, one common thread through all the body shops is that they're like, oh, we haven't quite done anything like this before, but we can do it. And this build is probably it's outside of my home. This is the most expensive thing I have ever done, and I just don't want to use someone who doesn't have a track record of doing this type of work. So the only people in the DC area that have a proven track record of doing this kind of work is this company called APAC. I originally wasn't going to go with them because they just would not return any emails. Even going far back, like 2 years ago, when I decided I wanted to do this, I kind of sent them like a feeler email. Didn't hear anything back from them. Leading up to the build, a year prior, I sent another email to them. 6 months prior, after I ordered the kit, I actually went onto the website and use the thing to make an appointment. Didn't hear anything from them. And I was like, I'm definitely, this place comes highly recommended, but I'm definitely not going to go with them because, I'm not going to beg someone to do the work for me. And, actually, through one of the car groups online, I spoke to someone who's currently getting their, Rocket Bunny RX-8 or RX-7 done, and said, like, hey, man, they're just, like, not open to returning any of my emails or my appointment requests. Like, does this mean that he doesn't want to do the work? What's going on? And he said, oh, just make sure that you call them. They're a lot better when you call them. So I called the guy, spoke to the guy, and, like, he immediately, just had me sold. Like, he's extremely knowledgeable. Like, I had paint work done on the left side of my car. It is okay. That happened after I got in a car accident. Took it to the Toyota dealership. It's okay, but there's some imperfections. Like, the color matches, but it kind of bothers me. And I was like, but yeah, everyone thinks that it's fine. Oh, we walked up to the car. He points out, oh, you had paint work done. That would never happen at my shop. That's not the quality work that we do. Then he starts pointing out all the things that newbies or inexperienced people would do with their wide body kits and how his team makes sure that they're not done. And the dude just completely sold me. He's completely knowledgeable. Inside the shop, I sell Lamborghinis and NSXs. Like, the dude's pedigree is ridiculous. He did quote me for paint and install of the installing the body kit, painting the body kit, and installing air suspension. He said that would cost. He said it depends on how good the kit came from Veilside, how much body work, fiberglass work is needed. But he told me it should cost anywhere from $8,000 to $11,000. And that is a little pricey. Some of the other guys had said for paint and it would be around $5,000, $5,000 to $6,000. But that doesn't include air suspension. And like, I honestly haven't been able to find anybody but this guy who's comfortable installing air suspension. I did find a couple people on Instagram, and they did do good work. But the one great thing about this company, APAC, is that they literally will do everything. And I think it's like kind of important to have ownership of the whole build with one person. So they own everything. And the only thing that he said he couldn't do is the headers and the exhaust. And he said he's going to manage that. So, once I give everything to him, $8,000 to $11,000, and we're good to go. So I think that's the route. The only problem with this, so this comes to the timeline. The man has a wait list. And I was able to get on the wait list about a month ago. But, I mean, he wouldn't give me a timeline. He wouldn't give me an estimate. He said I was number 2 on the wait list, but he wouldn't tell me when that would happen. He just said, call back in April or late March, early April. And I'm like, yeah, but wouldn't you guys call me if you're quicker? He's like, he doesn't think that's going to happen, but, maybe they'll be able to give me, a better timeline then on when the build could start. So we're looking at an early April, late March, best case scenario. And I think that's just kind of where the build is. I obviously can't do the work myself. I don't want to, have spent all this money on the kit, on everything, and put it in someone's hands who isn't extremely knowledgeable. Another thing that I'm very nervous about with this build is the fitment with air suspension. I'm going to need spacers. I don't know. I just think there's like a peace of mind to give the car to one person and let him manage the whole thing. So yeah, that's where the build's at. I'll give you guys updates as they come. The other thing I'll touch back onto is the seats. Now, I did ask you guys, what seats would you guys run? What seats do you guys recommend? But let me tell you, the Veilside seats are like I want them. The Veilside carbon fiber seats, they look so good.
they're obscenely expensive. They're way too expensive. But you know, I just kind of think continuity. You know, it's a Veilside MR2. You put Veilside seats in it. You know, it was in Tokyo Drift, in Han's RX-7. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want it, even though I think the price is, you know, out of this world and absurd. But, you know, if you guys have recommendations on what seats you would run, or what seats you think are great from the MR2, something that, you know, would be somewhat easy to bolt in and wouldn't require any fabrication. I know I'll probably need a bracket or something like that, and sliders. But just let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's a wrap. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank, you know, the couple of you who like my videos. You know, keep on liking the videos. You know, and hopefully, you know, this thing will get off the ground soon, and we'll be good to go. I know it's going to be a bit of a while from now until April or March, but I plan to probably order the seats within the next month or so, and, you know, I'll try to install them myself. That should be entertaining. But, you know, guys, thank you guys for watching. You know, I appreciate it.